What's up, ladies and gentlemen? I'm back again. Smoke break time. This time it's a little bit later than it normally is. Um, got all kind of effects on this thing. What that look like? I'm gonna try these bubbles. What about that light? Oh, look at that. Look at them bubbles. Let's see what else they got. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. That's stupid. Burned. Mm. All right. So, um, today's video is actually pretty phenomenal as it pertains to the research on the aliens. And I didn't know how prevalent Mount Shasta was as it pertained to uh, Nordic aliens or underground. I really think it's just an underground civilization or interest for an underground civilization, disappearances and all the rest of that, because I don't really focus on that kind of stuff. But as I deep dive into this report and they start hitting on things about celestial beings, um, encounters that people have documented in China, which was crazy, in like 787 BC, that resembled angelic encounters. Um, it's wild. I mean, it's truly wild, some of the stuff is in these reports. Um, I think it's a good thing that we dive into it, and good thing that we complete it, even though it's falling out of the algorithm. I'm still going to, kind of complete it. But I'm gonna need you to share the videos as I deal with them and put them out. Because if you don't share them, then there's no incentive for me continuing to go forward and keep on hitting it. Because I can independently do the research much faster, learn it, and then keep it moving, and then not document it. And for example, the stuff that I've been doing over the past 3 days, I probably could have did it in one day if I'd have just printed it all out, sat there, smoked a cigar, and read it, and I would have had the same level of understanding. But I'm trying to do it as a group. So I would need you to share. Very important that you share. Today I'm smoking a Payback, Room 101. Pretty sure that's Alec Bradley. Let me see. It's a Gurkha Payback. Is what it is. The only issue I had with the video is part of the parts where I was playing the actual commentary videos that I was going to comment on. For some reason, that audio didn't go through. It was ridiculously crazy, but I'm going to splice that in and release it at 7. If you are part of Men of Steel Bible Study, we are having Bible study tonight starting at 7. And we're doing the gates of prayer. Went through the first prayer gate last Thursday. In fact, I'm not going to be here too long because I need to get everybody their email out to them. So we'll definitely be hammering away at that tonight at 7. If you were expecting last night, remember I told you last Wednesday we weren't doing it again. We were skipping some Wednesdays so we could review information, and quite frankly, so we can get some extra work done. But it was crazy. Now, I'm going to tell you guys about a conversation I had yesterday. So the bill passed in Louisiana where the Ten Commandments went back into schools. And I was telling you guys, I said this is going to be interesting to see how it plays out here in New Orleans. And of course, by yesterday evening, I started getting phone calls. Some people complaining, some people happy. But it was interesting. One of the phone calls I had was with a political consultant who stood in opposition to it. And still stands in opposition to it. And his opposition is not to God. His opposition is to the governor because, that's basically what he gets paid to do. And we're having a conversation. I'm telling him, I say, listen, you need to figure out, what side of this field you want to play on. Because there's good and evil. And I said, I know we make money. And we kind of we don't pick sides when it comes to the money. But I'm like, bro, you got a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? You ain't broke. Ain't nothing broke about you. And you're getting old. because he's like 15 years older than me, bro. You gotta pick a side, man. You can't work for darkness your whole life. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that your whole life. I know it's your profession, but damn. And I just think it's amazing that nobody understands that Satanism is a religion. Feminism is a religion. Now, all these things are religions. So when you see people having pornographic books in schools for kids to read, that's a part of a religion. I mean, but then people say, "Oh, well, I don't want to see church and state combined." No, 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 no. It's already combined. It's just that's the religion that's in the schools, and people don't get it. People don't get it. One of my guys had a conversation today. We went to go speak to a class of seniors, and um, he goes to speak to this group of seniors, and as he's walking in, Sissy Nobley is going in. Now, y'all don't know about New Orleans. You look up who Sissy Nobley is in New Orleans. So he's walking in, Sissy Nobley's walking in. He's walking in to talk to seniors. Sissy Nobley's walking in to talk to freshmen. So he's sitting there looking, and he tells the administrator, he said, "Hold on. Like, what is this person doing here? Oh, he coming to speak to the kids. Now, it's a rap artist. Look it up." And he was like, "Hold on. No, that's what the board is okay with us doing that. No, the board is okay with doing that. They wanted to do that. You go look up the rapper and see what it is. And you understand the point I'm making. And so there has to be some changes. I mean, there absolutely has to be some changes. Like when I went to school, there were male teachers. It didn't matter what skin color there was male teachers. Male teachers knew how to deal with rowdy young men. Point blank, period. You get rowdy, you might get hands laid on. Challenge the teacher, they'll put boxing gloves on and tap you up, bop, bop. And that was just that. No, you bad? Put these gloves on, we're going to go in the locker room. Everybody go in the locker room. It's a fight. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those places where you see it everywhere. I mean, you really do see it everywhere. In a city like this one where it's a lot of wickedness, I mean, we see it way more than everybody else if your eyes are open to it. So I commend the governor. And for those who happen to watch me and you disagree with me, not y'all as the audience, to others, you know what I'm talking about. I don't give a flying flip. Ain't nothing you can do about it. And don't have me get involved in that. There ain't nothing you can do. You don't want that kind of smoke. So, but I thought it was a very interesting thing. And what else I thought was interesting, at this point in time, guys, I'm really not talking to y'all. I'm talking to some other people. But what I really thought else was interesting was the change in narrative that happened in the news. And there's only one person I know that's capable of having the entire narrative change on all the websites. But I think that was smart. I think that was really smart because it started off with the 10 Commandments being posted in every school and lawsuits, and then it switched to the reality of the bill, which was, hold on, they're going to be kids who get vouchers to go to private schools. Some of the poorest kids going to get vouchers to go to some of the best private schools. The phenomenal thing that gentleman did. And it was smart to change the narrative instead of letting it come under assault. And by letting it come under assault, endorsing that assault with the media narrative. It was just smart. I was delighted to see that. That lets me know that somebody very powerful understands, no, this is better for Louisiana. Much better for Louisiana than y'all alternative. All right, now back to talking about what people saying in the chat. You got more loyal viewers than the haters. Yeah, but the haters are loud, bro. But they paying their price. Oh, you ain't got to send no donation. I'll take it, but you ain't got it. You ain't got to send it. Somebody else saying they want to have a smoke break with me. Um, so yeah, we're gonna keep on hammering through this report. I got a couple of small videos that I'm trying to get done. I was behind schedule on a lot of work today. I mean, a whole lot of work today. Um, but that's okay. That happens. Tomorrow I do the interview with Timothy about spiritual warfare, and I don't believe in holding on to stuff, so I'm gonna record it and drop it. I think I record that at 1, by 1:30, by 2 o'clock. I'm gonna drop it. We're gonna be talking about sleep paralysis. We'll be talking about foul smells that people get when they're waking up, and honestly, it's probably gonna go way deeper than most discussions on sleep paralysis ever go. I mean, because just our pre-interview, we kind of jumped out the window real quick and then climbed back in. Very knowledgeable gentleman. How many of you ever had dreams of someone giving you coins in your sleep? I remember years ago when I was dealing with some serious warfare. Um, nobody. Well, I tell you, years ago I was dealing with some serious warfare. I had a dream that there was this giant face, and it, you know how you have those clowns. It's like at the amusement park, there would be those rides where you walk through the face of the clown. It's kind of like that. Giant face with a giant tongue that extended out, and these coins were rolling out of its mouth, like huge, giant gold coins. I'm standing there, and it rolls a coin. It says, "Take the coin." I'm like, "I don't want that coin." Roll another coin. Take the coin. And as they rolled, they stacked up taller and taller and taller and taller and higher till they were taller than me. And I was like, "Yo, I don't even know you, dog. I'm not taking nothing from somebody I don't know. Take the coins. I'm not taking no damn coins from you. Who is you?" I kept on saying, "Take the coins." So I woke myself up, went back to sleep, and it was there again in a dream. "Take the coins, bro. I'm not taking nothing from you. I don't freaking know you. Leave, get the hell up out of my dream." And then eventually I got to the point where I got just disgusted with it. And I was like, "I rebuke you in the name of Jesus Christ. Leave my dream." And then whoop, it vanished. And so we'll be talking about things such as that. Really, really important stuff that you should know, especially if you're going to be diving into the cryptid field. Like if you're going to be somebody who's going to be listening to cryptid content, you need to know these things. You need to know that spirit travels on sound. It's why, for example, it's why when we had Dogman cams and we started capturing noises from the woods that, by the way, people said were fake, but they were 100% real. People said were fake because they're haters and they couldn't do it. We started capturing noises and sounds from the woods, and people were staying up to 2, 3, 4 o'clock in the morning watching the cameras. I started getting phone calls from people saying, "Hey man, since I've been having nightmares and having bad dreams, and I feel like something's here because spirits travel on sound." Um, and you can everything I tell you, I speak directly from the Bible. Every time you hear, for example, Job 38, and the Lord spoke from a whirlwind. I mean, the whirlwind has sound. Um, in Revelations, they talk about Jesus coming back with a mighty shout. Spirits travel on sounds. And so, like, if you one of those people like, "Oh, I want to go get the real evidence. I want to find out what's really going on," and you go on and you searching for evidence, just understand it's stuff hitting you that you're not aware of. I mean, it really is stuff that's hitting you that you're not aware of. You just thinking, "Oh, I'm going over there to look for Bigfoot." Well, you see the Bigfoot video, you're trying to figure out, man, why I feel weird. And because that's not the only thing there. There's everything else that's with it that's not confined into time and space that can be in that video and in your house at the same time, because there's no time where it is. Time doesn't exist. So the time that it was recorded is still now to that thing. You understand what I'm saying? But as Christians, we ain't supposed to know this kind of stuff. That's why they call Christians who have true understanding, "Oh, you a witch. You a witch." You know, the greatest compliment a Christian can have is when somebody who is a witch call them a witch. That means they done ran into some stuff, some protection by the Lord that they ain't never seen before. God himself then sent that person a message saying, "No, no, no, leave this one alone." But nonetheless, Um, you have to be mindful of that when you're venturing into that field. Like, I think I gave like a debriefing on Light in the Dark podcast is what it's called. I'm pretty sure I gave a debriefing about all that stuff on Light in the Darkness podcast. And I may have did that on Eric Stagazi's show. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I hit on something with Eric Stagazi, which was, it should be entitled Darkwater's last cryptid interview on cryptids. He never sent me the link, so I couldn't promote it. But it's called the Uncomfortable Podcast. And I hit on a lot of that stuff. I mean, I really, really did, and banged away at it because man, it's the truth to what goes on in this field. The honest to God truth to what goes on in this field. You know, how people end up getting themselves jammed up and messed up. You know what I'm saying? And they get all messed up. They don't understand what they're dealing with. They're thinking they're dealing with something that's natural and something that's supernatural. And in many cases, you may be dealing with something natural. That doesn't mean that something supernatural is not there with it. And so that's what you have to be mindful of. You have to be aware of. And that knowledge is what actually saves you in those situations. Like, for example, you guys remember um, there was a time period where we were doing the investigations in Mississippi, and our researcher went out into the backyard. Went out there one night. His goal was to just go out there and go find, I forgot why he was going out there. I remember him calling me saying, I'm going outside. Went out there and got hit with a sound. Came inside, nose bleeding, had a headache, slept for 24 hours. And everyone said, oh man, he was hit with infrasound. That was infrasound. That was infrasound. That was infrasound. Well, if you trace it back, it was a little bit more than just that. I mean, it was a hell of a lot more than just that. Like, there's medical issues that happen based on that as well. But, you know, nobody don't tell you none of that stuff. And what I think is extremely, extremely interesting is, as I read the reports, I mean, they literally reference the same damn things. I mean, it's like, it's almost universal. It's not necessarily just UAPs that people, eyewitnesses, experience these things. They experience those same things from coming in contact with cryptids. And so, when people talk about the phenomenon of things happening when they encounter cryptids, why do they all have similarities? Why does that have the same similarities as somebody who encountered a UFO or someone who encountered, who had an abduction? Why do they have the similarities that they have? You know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna find nobody talking about it like this. So, I think it's a good thing to run down this rabbit hole because it gives me opportunity to actually see similarities that I would have never seen before. Prayer time. What time is it? Is it 6? Oh, no, okay. It may be 6 where he is. It gives us opportunity to run down rabbit holes that we've never ran down before. And look at things that I can say I've never ran down before. And make connections mentally to things that I've never had an opportunity to make those connections to. Now, granted, in about 3 months from now, people will be saying the same thing I said in a different way and taking credit for it because that's what happens. But nonetheless, that's a part of the game. That really is a part of the game. I hate when the tobacco. That's because I chew my cigars. I hate when the tobacco gets wet and it starts to melt off in your mouth. So yeah, You got a video coming at 7. I'm about to get off here and go edit that video. Oh, DJ Eugenics came out again today and started promoting his maggot milk, which is insane. DJ Eugenics wants you to drink maggot milk at this point in time. Ground up maggots and mix it with water, and you have milk for protein, as opposed to cow or goat or any other milk. DJ Eugenics wants you to drink maggot milk. Look it up. I tell you, the overwhelming evidence for there being a demonic force or a, what would we call it, extraterrestrial force, or a, what's the word that they use for crypto-terrestrial, or a, screw that, I'm not going to use their words. Screw their words. There's overwhelming evidence that there's a force outside from not of this world. Point blank period. Whether it be from space, whether it be from underground, whether it be from the spirit realm, there's a force that wants to destroy humanity. Point blank period. And I'm telling you now, it's active and it's at war with humanity. In a manner in which, I mean, it ain't taking no damn prisoners at all. Because the stuff that man be talking about he want to do is purely insane. And then to find others like saying the exact same thing he said is even more insane. To find people like Uriel Havari, to find Andrew Sorkin. That's the video I need to release. That's the one I didn't release. I need to release Andrew Sorkin. You need to hear this clown. You know, I stayed away from actually talking about that family. But you need to hear the stuff that boy said. I mean, it's insane. If you want to find out what's going to happen in the future, really the World Economic Forum is one, but really you need to go look at the tapes of Davos, the Davos meetings. I mean, World Economic Forum, the WEF, go look at Davos. And then go look at the names on Davos. And then go look up the names and what they do that's at Davos. And you will see some of the wildest stuff you could ever imagine. Your boy, what's his name? The German dude, Klaus Schwab. My name is Klaus. Klaus came out and he told his young leaders that they will live forever, that their consciousness will be downloaded into by artificial intelligence, and they will have a 50-year-long career. And I'm going to tell you guys something. When I was a younger man, there was a group called the Young Leadership Council. I was the head of economic development for the New Orleans Young Leadership Council. And then when you get to be a head person in the Young Leadership Council, you can look up now, it's still there here in New Orleans, Young Leadership Council. When you get to be a head, then you meet with the board. Then when you meet with the board, and it's wild because you sit at this long tables. They have a long table, and then you have a long table. The tables are opposite of each other. There's always a long white table. And they start to kind of speak into you. Now I remember them saying, we're looking for people to be global leaders to come from this group. Young global leaders. I didn't know what the hell they was talking about back then. Young global leaders. We want, we look at a lot of the guys that I knew back then, and I'm not cool with them anymore because life has things happen. They became young global leaders. A couple of them are now Bilderbergers. Like literally, they go to the Bilderberg meetings. There was this one guy, I'll never forget, he looked just like Barack Obama. Before I even knew who Barack Obama was, he went to Harvard. Dude looked just like Barack Obama. And he ended up going to Germany. If I'm not mistaken, he went to Germany. Was in Germany for 2 years. I didn't see him for 2 years. He came back a billionaire. Like right at there, a couple of $1 million away from being a billionaire. And it's amazing that what they do is they get somebody that they can mold and groom and then move that person in a position, then they help you make the money. They help you make the money. Craziest thing is I remember his face, but I can't remember his damn name. I can't remember that boy's name. Cool dude though. I mean, cool dude. Slender, three-piece suits, custom made, always pinstripe, um, always custom cufflinks, um, Breitling Super Avenger watch, which a Breitling Super Avenger with a diamond bezel is not cheap at all. Um, Never really drove himself. He was always in taxis. Um, but nonetheless, super bright dude. I mean, super intelligent cat. Graduated, if I'm not mistaken, in finance from Harvard. It was finance. And I just think it's wild when you look at it. For example, the mayor of New Orleans, if you look her up, she's the head of global mayors of the world. When you see the state of New Orleans at this point in time. That's why I'm always like looking left and right. Keep my eye on who's who. You're like, man, your eyes shifted. Nah, bro, I'm in New Orleans. Your eyes got to shift. You see me staying straight, that means I'm in a place where I ain't got nothing to worry about. Clearly, I'm not in a place where I ain't got nothing to worry about. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to get in here and finish handling business. I need to get my email out for everybody because it's going on 5 o'clock. And we only got 2 hours before we only got like an hour. 5:30, what time is it? 5:07. We got 2 hours before we need to be doing the Bible study. And I still need to edit this video and make it happen. So anyway, I just wanted to talk to y'all on my smoke break. Holla at y'all. Say what's up. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Peace out. Thank